intuitive healer and detox specialist. How are all of you today? Soul brothers and sisters, we are live. I am hoping we are live on the proper platform. So I'm going to do a quick check-in. As you come on here, do me a favor. Tell me where you are tuning in from in the comments section below this video. I'm a little bit of a mess. I gotta be honest with you. I have, my nails are a mess, my hair is a mess, my hair's still wet, kind of pale because I have been working in the garden. And today I'm gonna share some things with you that are, gonna be up and coming with AndreaCox.com and what I'm creating that's gonna help you as a collective. I'm also gonna share my garden harvest, what I just harvested. So let's see, who do we have on here? Trying a new streaming software, so hopefully it works. Let's see, is it clear? Doesn't seem, does this come in clear, you guys? Let me know if I look clear to you on Facebook. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't like that I don't look crystal clear. Welcome in Palm Springs. Welcome in Switzerland. Welcome in the UK. Welcome, Marcus. Marcus, you're gonna love this. So you guys, if I'm not like crystal clear on here, can you guys, is it fuzzy? Let me just take a little paper towel. Just one sec. Let me just. Okay, is that clear? Just let me know that it's clear. Okay, and let's do this too. Why don't we do an expanded version of this? You know what? I'll probably mess it up, so I'm not even going to try it. Let's see. Oh, I did it! I love when I can fix something and no one's here to help me. Okay, so let's get started. Thank you for your patience on Instagram. Happy dance. I'm so happy that that worked. Let me just clear that energy because that kind of stressed me out. Needs to always be on that setting, darn it. So as you come on here, tell me where you're tuning in from in the comments section below this video. I am going to share with you what I just harvested from the garden. Look at this, you guys. Still has the dirt on it. Look at this. Look at this beautiful butterleaf lettuce. Look at that. Look at these potatoes. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All of that. Are you guys planting a garden? Tell me in the comments if you're planting a garden. So first, a couple quick announcements. Those of you who have bought my latest book, Eat Right for Your Zodiac, that's available on Amazon, in Barnes & Noble, and in Target, and also on AndreaCox.com, thank you so much. I have been collaborating with a young lady out of Canada to do the first of a series of oracle decks that I have wanted to create for years. And I'm really excited about this. For years, I've posted quotes and I've talked about ascension and the Akashic records and how it's so vitally important that we heal our childhood trauma, our past life trauma, and our karma in order to walk into our dharma, actually, in order to become that person that we are meant to be, that authentic person that doesn't care if they come on a live video with wet hair and their fingernails a mess, that doesn't care what people think, that are able to step into their authentic true self. And so this first oracle deck is going to be a compilation of the Akashic records that I believe is so vitally important for each of us to tap into our own Akashic records, health, wellness, the lessons of wellness, herbalism, the importance of growing your own food. And the last component of this deck, it's a 44 card deck that I think is vitally important, is going to be animal spirits. And I have had a profound awakening since moving to this home in August about how important animals are in our lives and how they truly form bonds with us, and even wildlife, how they're drawn to us depending on how our energy and our vibrancy is, right? So what I find truly, truly beautiful, folks, is that last week, I think it was on Saturday, if I remember, I had a mountain lion on my porch. So I harvest rainwater in these beautiful copper barrels right here. And I just use them to repurpose the water to water my garden and water my plants. And I think it was thirsty because it knocked over a huge potted plant I have on a landing outside, and then a smaller succulent plant that I had been watering the day before. And my dog was going crazy. Those of you who follow my stories, you know I shared a photo of the mountain lion. My dog Maverick was going crazy and kept using his snout. He kept running through the house at midnight going. And finally, I flip on the porch light. Thank God I didn't just open the door, because I usually do that. And there was a mountain lion 1 foot away. And I just thought it was the most beautiful, majestic creature that has ever walked, that I've seen in person. I've seen a bobcat since I've moved here. I've seen the javelinas. I've seen the coyotes. I've seen a beautiful buck. But this particular mountain lion held so much symbolism for me. And animals they're like babies. They're attracted to you depending on how your energy is, how your vibrancy is, where your frequency is at. So this was really powerful for me, folks. It was a powerful awakening that I had when I saw this mountain lion on my porch. So let's see if we still have any of you on here. And I'm going to get into showing you my garden harvest. Okay, look, it looks like it's showing up better. I like that. Looks like it's showing up better. Awesome. Okay, so thank you for telling me where you're tuning in from. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Megan. Hey, Dean. Hey, John. Thanks for hitting the like button and the hearts. Appreciate it. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Jose. Okay, so I got a text message from my neighbor the other day. Oh, so the deck. So the deck is going to be the first of a series of decks. And this first one is kind of a compilation of everything I believe in. And then we're going to dive deeper, just doing an Akashic record one, doing one on herbs, like medicinal properties of herbs, etc. Very medicine woman vibe. Then we're going to go into like the lessons in love, etc. So I'm really excited. I've worked with Kat for a long time. I've worked with her in the past on some other projects. We work well together. So she's a wonderful artist. I'm a wonderful writer. I have a wonderful editor. So it's going to be a really great merriment. And the first deck should be out in March, which I'm really, really excited about. Decks are, there's a lot of detail that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into the printing, the lining, the paper you use, getting it where it needs to go, making sure it's copyright, protected, etc. So we're just crossing all our T's and dotting all our I's, but a lot of love is going into this deck. It is my dream to become the next Colette Baron Reed and to just write books for you on herbalism and raw living foods and design oracle decks and just live on the mountain with the wildlife and with my dogs in happiness and peace. And I think I'm accomplishing that. So I got a text message from my lovely neighbor warning me that there was going to be a freeze yesterday, and unfortunately I turned my phones off around 6 p.m. and I didn't get the text today. So when I went out to harvest the garden today, a lot of my food had endured a freeze. So what do you do when your food endures a freeze? The first thing you want to do is you want to go and you want to harvest the garden. You want to eat, you want to process the food right away in whatever way that is, whether it be juicing. I'm going to juice a lot of this bok choy, whether it be using the herbs in a dip, whether it be making things into a salad. So I'm going to show you just what I harvested today. And a lot of these herbs I use go into these sage bundles that we sell on the Detox Intuitive. So a lot of the flowers I grow go into making these bundles. So they're on sale right now. I think they're 3 for $35. So check that out on the Detox Intuitive on Etsy. Okay, so the first thing I harvested were these kohlrabi. And kohlrabi is actually in the broccoli family, but I think it tastes like a potato. So I really love kohlrabi with a little vegan butter. The second thing I harvested were these sweet potatoes. I've got enough for a very long time. So the way I keep sweet potatoes, folks, is I keep them, let me put this over here real quick. I keep sweet potatoes in bins in the garage. So when you store sweet potatoes or potatoes like these are new potatoes. There's some purple ones in there, some red ones, some white ones, etc. When you store potatoes, you want to put them in something that breathes. So what I use is an old laundry basket that I've had for years, and I just put all the potatoes in there and I put them high on a shelf in the garage. So my garage is actually like a second pantry. I've got a huge pantry over here that I hope you can't see in right now. And then I have a pantry in the garage. So I just keep all the potatoes in a big open bin that are breathable, and they'll last for several months that way. You never, ever, ever, ever want to put potatoes, onions, things like that in the refrigerator, ever. So yeah, that's what, or tomatoes. So that's how I store those. So I got some kohlrabi. I got some new potatoes that I think I'm going to make tonight. There are probably 16 heads of this beautiful green leaf lettuce, and it looks like a big flower. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? So this is going to be delicious. I'm going to probably have that in a salad. Now, for the good stuff, whoops, 3-second rule. All of this stuff right here. So we're going to start with the herbs. So tons of parsley and dill. And the way I store my parsley, folks, is I take and I fill a canning jar. I just grab a canning jar, put water in it, and I store them right like that. And that's how I keep them. So we've got some parsley. I have just, you look at all this dill, a ton of dill, basil. The basil is literally up to my knee. So more parsley, more dill, more basil. This is cilantro. And again, I just take it and I just stick all of that, kind of in here and make sure there's water in it first. But these are really good to put in a food processor and just put some vegan cream cheese and some garlic salt and just process it into like a dip. And you save so much money that way. So more of this beautiful dill, this beautiful parsley, this beautiful cilantro. I've got some thyme. So what people don't know is thyme is actually really good for allergies. If you boil water and put it over thyme, or you sprinkle thyme on your food, it actually inhibits the mast cells in your body to release histamine if you're having an allergy attack. So I absolutely love thyme. So we have some thyme. And more parsley. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. More parsley. Continue telling me where you're tuning in from. Now, the rest of this is a lot of bok choy. So there are probably 15 bok choys out in the garden, and I harvested 3. And to kind of give you an idea, it's still got the dirt on it, of the size of these bok choys. It looks kind of sad because it got frozen, but you get the drift. They're huge, right? So I harvested 1, 2, 3, 4 bok choys, which I just think is really delicious. I love putting bok choy in soups. I love making almond milk and putting an entire bok choy in there with some seasonings and blending it with a carrot and having it as like a raw soup with some dill as a garnish. I absolutely love to juice bok choy because it's in the cabbage family. So it provides a really nice like macrobacterial life action for the gut. I love roasting bok choy with olive oil and sea salt and garlic salt. It's delicious. So I definitely am going to be eating some bok choy for sure. But this is really a big harvest of bok choy. And again, there's probably about 16 other bok choy in the garden. And I'm trying to harvest everything as soon as possible because it froze. So I did learn of a local, it's not a food bank, but they go around to all the restaurants and they take the leftover food and they harvest it and give it to people in need. And I actually think I might call them to take some of this because there's so much. I mean, there's at least, like I said, 16 of these. There's probably 10 to 12 of these. I've got red leaf lettuce. I've got, the basil that's up to my knees. So yeah, some of the other benefits I've noticed since growing my own food again in a space where I'm allowed to grow as much food as I want. I don't have any interference or anything like that, is my extensive hair growth. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my hair is down, to here. And I just had 8 inches cut off about a week ago. And about a month before that, I had 4 inches cut off. So what happens when you grow food in good soil is that gut biome gets healed. And once the gut biome gets healed, things just grow, right? And it's a real sign of health when your skin is glowing and your hair is growing. That means you're getting food that's grown in good soil. And let's face it, you guys, food you're buying in the grocery isn't grown in good soil any longer. It's just not. So, I really love this. Honestly, I might be given heads of lettuce at Christmas. I might show up at my sister's house with a couple heads of lettuce because, who wouldn't want a gorgeous head of lettuce to make salad off of for a few days, right? It's a great gift, seriously. So what I do with the kohlrabi, and by the way, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. So the kohlrabi I like to steam. I don't like to eat it raw, although you can blend it raw in a soup if you have a Vitamix or a Ninja like I do. What I do with a lot of the potatoes, I love making a raw vegan sweet potato soup with carrot juice and pumpkin pie spice and avocado and raw sweet potato just chopped up, not even peeled and thrown in. I also love baked sweet potatoes. And, another thing, baked sweet potatoes are also stellar for a woman's hormonal system. So, if you're having any hot flashes or anything like that, baking sweet potatoes is an excellent way to calm down the hormonal system. Now, what I like to do with these, and these are actually my favorite, we'll just call them new potatoes, is I like to boil these and nobody wants to eat these raw, let's be honest. I like to boil these and make a raw sour cream out of cashews and take the dill and the chives from the garden and blend it into the raw sour cream and just have this with a huge avocado salad. Like, this is literally, I'll eat all of these in one sitting and I'll still be hungry. So, it just, I can't explain to you guys enough how good it feels to not have to get the produce at the grocery store right now, because you've seen the cost of things. You've seen that it's only going up. So, if you would want to start doing this for yourself, I would suggest starting in a container garden. And thank you guys for the hearts. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thank you in Palm Springs. I would suggest starting with just a few seeds and a good garden bed, a good grow box, and just putting your seeds down, putting some soil down, watering it really well, getting an irrigation set up so it's watered on a timer, and go from there. I absolutely find so much joy waking up right as the sun comes out, when I know all the wild animals are around, but I'm elevated and my area is fenced, and just literally stepping in the garden boxes, in the dirt, getting my fingers and my feet in the soil and harvesting the garden. It's such a pleasure. And then processing all this beautiful food, preserving a lot of it. I preserve a lot of food in the pantries. Oh, what do we have? What do we have? Okay, so this is just kind of an example of me sprouting onions and garlic to plant in the garden. So a lot of times when things sprout, for example, when this potato gets little spuds on it, and people usually throw that away, if they would actually put the potato in the ground once it starts sprouting, once it starts getting little, sprouts on it, this would actually grow several potatoes. All you have to do is wait until it gets the little sprout on it, put it deep enough in the ground, cover it with soil, water it generously every day, and you'll have a whole garden bed full of potatoes. Something else that grows like wildflower is mint. I made the mistake of planting mint. You really have to plant mint in a contained area. I made the mistake of planting mint just in one of my garden beds, I think 3 weeks ago, and it's already taking over. So things like potatoes, mint, tomatoes, onions, garlic, they can really take over a garden. But yeah, I wanted to share this with all of you, and I hope you enjoyed it like I did. I love bringing these videos to you, and look out for the Oracle deck. That's why I've been offline so much. I've been writing, and when I write, I find that any type of stimulation from social media lowers my vibration to where I'm not able to really pour my energy and my heart into words, right? So yeah, so let's see if we have anyone still on here. I don't know where all I'm live at, where all this is streaming at actually. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I didn't think I looked as clear on here. Oh, thank you, Jose. Thank you. Looks like we only had one person say that it doesn't come through clear, but I think it comes through clear enough. Okay, you guys, super grateful that all of you joined me, and those of you who joined me on Instagram, I hope you start growing your own food, and we will talk soon.